Space is the final frontier. For many years, we have looked up at the sky wondering what were the moving stars. When we first observed these distant stars, they were in fact not stars, but planets. We discovered the first Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, sorry Pluto, but one stood out, and it was Mars, nicknamed the Red Planet. Mars is a place of dead riverbeds, oceans, and volcanoes. Now, the formation of Mars wasn't anything special, comets and rocks clumped together to create a magma-filled planet. Mars now does not have a magnetic field, but early in its life it had a magnetic field. Mars had beautiful rings early in its life. They were created by rock gathering around the planet. Carbon dioxide clouds formed, making the planet warmer, warmer, and warmer, and the rainy season starts. From the rain and comets, Mars got its water. There were lakes, oceans, river falls. Probability of life beginning on Mars is pretty high, assuming that early in Mars' history it was a warm and wet place where life could emerge, but for this, let's say that life on Mars began at the same time that on Earth does. Some time has passed and Mars' core has cooled down, the magnetic field getting weaker and weaker until it was nothing. Then came the solar bombardment phase of the planet, as solar winds picked up speed and the magnetic field was getting weaker and weaker. Life ceased to exist on Mars because the high radiation on the surface. That was it for life on Mars. While life formed on Earth into more complex forms, but on Mars it has never gotten to that stage. That is what Mars is now, a desert world trying to be explored in pinpoint detail. Now let's get into composition of Mars. Mars's composition is interesting, as the dust that covers the surface of Mars is fine like titanium powder. Beneath the layer of dust, Martian crust consists mostly of volcanic basalt rock. The soil of Mars also holds nutrients such as sodium, potassium, chloride, and magnesium. The crust is between 6 and 30 miles, 10 to 50 kilometers thick, according to NASA. Mars' crust is thought to be one piece. Unlike Earth, the red planet has no tectonic plates that ride on the mantle to reshape the terrain. Since there is little to no movement in the crust, molten rock float to the surface at the same point for successive eruptions, building up into the huge volcanoes that dot the Martian surface. Evidence suggests that have been no volcanic eruptions for millions and millions of years. However, the mantle that lies beneath the crust is largely dormant. It is made up primarily of silicon, oxygen, iron, and magnesium, and probably has the same consistency of softy rocky paste. It is probably about 770 to 1,170 miles to 240 to 880 kilometers thick. According to NASA, Mars is too cold for liquid water to exist for any length of time, but features on the surface suggest that water once flowed on the Mars surface. Today, water exists in form of ice in the soil and in sheets of ice in the polar ice caps. The temperature on Mars ranges from 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius, to about minus 225 degrees centigrade. Now let's get into the robotic missions. First mission to fly by Mars was in 1964, performed by the Mariner 4. It had also took some stunning images of the Martian surface. Those images made scientists curious what lurks down on the surface. The first successful American probe that landed, the first lander on Mars, soft landed on the 2nd of December 1979. The first parcel image was 70 lines, was transmitted. Contact was lost 14.5 seconds after transmission start. Then the first rover on Mars set the speed of getting rovers to the surface. The rover was named Sojourner. After that, we sent Curiosity, Spirit, and Opportunity on a route. And Percy, the newest one, the 2020 Mars rover, Perseverance, is going to look for past life on Mars. We have also many orbiters around the red planet. We have even mapped the whole surface and discovered some interesting things. like lakes/riverbeds, and of course the highest, most notorious mountain in the tall, 21.9 kilometers or 14 miles. Mars is just an all interesting place, not only for the water that flow there, it is just an all beautiful planet which we have mapped, observed. And that's it. Thank you for watching. See you again in another video. Goodbye.